One day, the farmer's only horse escaped. His neighbors hurried over to console him, saying, "We are so sorry for this terrible news. I'm sure you are furious and depressed." The farmer responded, "We will see. Who can tell what's good and bad?" The farmer's horse reappeared the next week, this time trailed by a dozen wild horses. Moreover, one of the new wild horses trampled the farmer's son, shattering both of his legs. Soon after, the country was at war and every healthy young man was recruited to fight. The farmer's son, however, was not drafted owing to his ailments. It was a horrible conflict and almost every soldier was killed. The farmer's neighbor applauded him once again, saying, "You must be very glad and relieved that your son didn't go to the war." "We will see," the farmer said. "Who can tell what's good and bad?" The farmer's reaction to these events was neutral. This demonstrates that sometimes we perceive things differently due to the social environment we live in. This behavior is attributed to perception bias. In a world where we are bombarded with information, it is far simpler to skew our perception about people and events based on people's belief, expectation, and our environment. These social beliefs have the potential to impact human reasoning and decision making. Perception bias is a normal aspect of the human experience. However, it is important noting that having a strong perception bias might produce a favorable or unfavorable opinion of a company or a product. When it comes to selling insurance, perception is the key. And because LIC was the sole life insurance firm until the insurance industry was open to private companies in India, it was able to create a very strong base of agents and consumers. LIC is still backed by government since the beginning, and this creates a positive perception of the company and has a huge impact on their success. So, how does it work for LIC? First approach is excellent customer care. In India, insurance is still sold rather than purchased, which implies that owing to a lack of awareness about insurance, individuals still rely on an agent rather than acquiring insurance online. LIC has a great number of agents with a 99% claim settlement rate. Hence, they naturally have good relationship with people, which results in them offering good customer service to individuals. The bulk of the population lives in rural areas, and LIC has a very strong network in rural India, allowing it to target broader consumer categories. Additionally, because the consumer base is large, it is simple to upsell additional insurance products. LIC holds no secrets and is completely open and transparent to the public. It has an immaculate track record of prudently investing public funds in a conservative, careful, and sensible manner. It returns 95% of companies' earnings to policyholders each year. Second approach is a government-owned company brand image. LIC has a first mover advantage in the life insurance category. People still assume that because they are a government entity, they would receive their claim. And this idea is highly significant when choosing LIC over competitors. Furthermore, many LIC policies have higher premiums than commercial insurance companies for the same benefits. It is not simple to sell insurance. Insurance cannot be offered with a simply promise. It necessitates a personal touch, and trust is built over a long period of time. And to build this trust, throughout the years, LIC organizes numerous gatherings and festivities to celebrate its agents. This encourages the agents to work harder and preserve the company's strong brand image. In 1957, LIC began with a capital of only $10 million, but 60 years later, LIC's total resources have risen to almost $440 billion. This is more than the GDP of around 75% of the world's countries, and it includes all of India's common assets. Furthermore, LIC has such a large client base that if all the LIC agents were a single country, it would be the world's fourth largest country. To summarize, LIC as a brand stresses on their philosophy, "Your welfare is our responsibility." When a company prioritizes welfare over profits and expansion, it achieves scale, growth, and profitability. Then customer loyalty becomes a priority, eventually empowering the whole country. LIC is the epitome of this reality. For the previous 6 decades, LIC was the sole participant in Indian life insurance industry, serving over 250 million people. However, its market share is decreasing now, and the main reason for this is the purchase of insurance through an online channel, since the premiums of these plans are lower than compared to offline goods. It will be fascinating to gauge the company's performance after it goes public, which is expected soon. So far, the LIC group has been able to present a positive image of its government-owned brand, but this may alter if it transitions ownership from private to public. After all, in the Indian ecosystem, it is not uncommon for enterprises to receive a bad reception after becoming public. Paytm, Nykaa, and Zomato all are fantastic examples of such behavior. If you enjoyed learning about perception bias, you should check out my video on charm pricing. And thank you for watching.